Well, good morning, y'all. Wanted to broadcast on the median area so you wouldn't see me in the same area, airport. So, this is the best I could do. It's a video because they don't want to let you connect live right here. So, this is just the median where the fucking, whatever the people are called, ride people. The ride people pick you up. When you get here, so like, see that? It's my car. I sleep right here because everywhere else is taxed out. I don't feel like dealing with it. I feel like it'll burn my hair out again or poke my eye out or do something weird to me. So I sleep right here in the middle. It's a good breeze. I think it's a little bit safer and they can't get to you as easily because you're not like really on their property across the street, which is still their property, but you like more in the bus area. Which I know that didn't serve me a purpose in the North Shore, but over here it does kind of serve a purpose because they're not gonna cross the street to bother you. So this is the domestic side right here. That's the domestic, and then that side over there is the international. It's about equal domestic, equal international, and then the terminal way down there is Hawaiian only. Which I wouldn't be bothered with them because they are crazy. They ain't worth your money. I paid $1,200 for that flight and got treated like a Negro Hebrew slave. Whole time I've been here, they've been treating me like a slave. I look like they burn my hair out. I guess you will be a slave if they burn your damn hair out. Maybe that's why they do it. So they can make your ass into a slave. Luckily, I'm smart. I know how to get the right outfits to get around that shit. I gotta go in the Salvation Army and just make moves and do some miraculous stuff, you know? Because they do some miraculous stuff to make you look like a fucking slave and a piece of shit. I'm like, wow, y'all are good at that. I'm like, well, I think I could do something a little bit better than you and just totally revamp myself. Because I feel like you're making me look like Precious and what's that other one? The one where Oprah Winfrey was in there. You remember when all the dudes had sex with Oprah in that slave movie? That's how they do bitches in this state. I'm like, y'all need to be real wary of what's going on. Fix the situation. I covered that hole up. I keep it covered up real good. And then I did these to make the hair regrow. Because they do burn it out. They burn the fucking hair out. Hate crimes of the Pacific. Be aware. Be wary. So I'm hoping I was able to surpass them, you know, and all the hate crime they did, powdering me, burning my hair out, stealing all my shit, and leaving me in the median at the airport. They did a little bit of everything to my ass. I'm like, that's weird. I just really didn't think I was gonna go through all of that. Damn, ain't that a lot to go through? Stole my cell phone that had minutes on the fucking cell phone. And I had an iPhone 16 I brought and I just gave it to them. They still stole my other cell phone. I gave away a lot of my stuff when I got here and they still robbed me and took a bunch of my shit. Took my ice cooler. They just took the fucking cooler. They just, I don't know. Just snatch and grab people. They snatch and grab. Snatch your hair out and grab your shit. They something else. So that's why I just decided to go public and tell people the truth about what's going to happen over here and the way they look at people over here, the way they look at you as a slave from the 48 states. And like that's weird because this is a state just like the rest, right? So they feel like you're a slave over here too. I'm not gonna be no slave in Hawaii. That's where the buck stops. I'm not being no slave in Hawaii. Y'all are stupid. It's not gonna happen. I just had to stay at the airport. It'd be bad, but I'm not finna be no slave to these assholes out here. They not even worth your time today. You know what I'm saying? They can't even do basic shit, and then they trying to throw you into a lower status, and they can't even do what they need to do. See, whatever status you had in the 48, they want to carry it out here. Depending on how they feel about you. They might lower your status because they just don't feel good about you. And see, that's how I got in this mess, because they're like, well, we gonna lower her to the same status she was in the U.S. I don't give a fuck about this, that, and other. Well, that's gonna make me leave here faster. Then when you leave, they want to fucking feel bad. And when are you gonna return? Like, don't return. If people ain't about shit, they just fucking crying and whining and nagging. Don't listen to this shit. Don't return until you have a tour group that you are part of and everything is paid for. Them people ain't no good. You know, they put you at a lower level once, they gonna do it again. They just test you out. They try to show you that you ain't nothing over here, just like you wasn't nothing over there. I'm like, well, then I need to be somebody somewhere before I return out here. Right? Not just a wayward traveler trying to explore the world. All that Where's Waldo and Carmen Sandiego shit. Leave that to the students. Let them do that. You know, you gotta be somebody to catch traveling to these spots. You gotta have status. Excuse me, that white dude that hangs out at Walmart acting like he's from the King Kid Cruise. Yeah, he's Puerto Rican. He cloned himself with their DNA. He been causing a lot of problems too. It's these monarchy clone people that cause problems. The real monarchy people don't bother you that much. They kind of greedy. They try to get into your pocket and take whatever they can from you. But it's the clones that be doing the dumb shit, and sometimes they are working for the real monarchy people. So, thank you back. Just be wary of that in Tonga and Hawaii. They didn't think I raped anybody. They just do that because they racist. They like that. If they thought I raped people, they would have let me out here. They did that because they racist. They like to pick on black people. It's easy to get away with it. But see, the other islands are starting to have a little bit of a problem with it because they need the money. Them islands are more treacherous and expensive than here. And who gonna deal with that shit? See what I'm saying? You don't need black people to come through and deal with you, because we the only ones that'll take the chance to do it. And we the only ones that have the money to do it. See what I'm saying? So the travel and tourism is dependent on blacks coming through there. The whites, they have to pay so much money to go to these islands that it's only a minute number of them that can do it. It's going to be a lot of minorities traveling through the islands that's brave and wealthy enough to do it. So these Pacific Islanders need to remember that you can't just depend on white and Japanese tourists. You're gonna at some point need minorities to tour and travel your islands. So you need to watch how you treat people. Japanese are finna run out of money. The whites, their money is up and down. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. See what just happened to Laura Bush. So she held me up for months out here, not even know it, and then bam, everything just went up in smoke. I feel guilty, but not that guilty. So you need to just remember that situations change, and who's doing good today might not be doing good tomorrow. The whites and the Japanese are doing good today. However, a few years in the future, they might not be doing good. Which I'm on a trek to get these Japanese out of the way, because they have pillaged and made fun of everybody. They think everything is a joke. So I'm on a mission to get rid of their ass. They have made my life a nightmare from hell for no reason. I don't use their DNA. As you can see, I don't look Japanese at all. Okay? I don't use their DNA. I don't use their food that much. You know, every couple of weeks maybe. But I don't really do anything pertaining to them. That's why I don't comprehend why they are such a problem and such a driving force. And I'm like, why are you like, I don't understand it. I think they're just nuisance. They need to be dealt with like they had to do in World War. I think it was World War I. They had to attack them. Whatever, World War I or II. They did one. The one where they hit Pearl Harbor and Nagasaki, Hiroshima. You know, Japanese just tend to get out of control, and they think they're better and perfect and more exclusive and elusive than everyone, and they're just regular old folks, you know, regular old people. So I sat here and, you know, saw the Koreans, the Japanese, I've seen the Filipino people, I've seen the what was I saying? That's the main, and the Fijians, Tongans. Tonga and Fiji, they go with the same airline, which is Fiji, I think. So I've sat up there and watched these ethnic groups pass through this airport, and they just the same old regular ass people. You know, they have varying amounts of money, but it's mostly a lot of money they gotta shell out to do this type of stuff. You know, everybody has to shell out this type of money. So it's like, you just kind of quit feeling any type of way about any group, and you just say each group has its own value and problems. Koreans, Japanese, the Fiji Tongans, the Filipinos. The Chinese don't have an airline in here. I think it's Asiana. They have the Chinese in here. They have Asiana and ANA. For China, right? Jetstar, I don't know. They have some Chinese airlines, I think, that fly to China. I just don't sit over there in that area, so I don't really observe them. I sit in the Korean area because it's quiet and it's pretty low key. You use a restroom and stuff. The USDA people not over there. So, I sit over there and, you know, I don't see the difference, you know, in value, you know, of who's better than who. They all look pretty equal to me. You know, so when you have the experience of sitting there observing these people in their regular environments, all together, and you see the difference of each group, and you compare each one, you say, oh, these are all equal. The Japanese are annoying and anorexic. The Koreans, they just overly exuberant. The Filipinos just move really fast. And then the Fiji Tongan people, they just up to no good. I don't know what's going on with them, you know? So it's just, you see these different ethnic groups, and that each one is equal. Each one is okay in their own way. And you shouldn't like take value of one over the other. And I was very satisfied to see the Filipinos out here in such extravagant numbers, because excuse me, it helped me prove my case against the Filipinos in the U.S. who pillaged me for everything and left me also in the situation between the Philippines and Japan. I was pillaged, pilfered, bamboozled, left in this crap. And that's enough to leave somebody in a hell mess. It's two countries pillaging you like that, which the Philippines and Japan hit me real tough. And Japan hit me for reasons that's beyond me. And if the Philippines, I think, hit me because of the DNA I used and because I look similar to them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look Korean or Chinese enough. Japanese, not really. I look more in the range of Filipino because they have a lot of Pacific Islander features, and they're a little bit darker in color. Sometimes, not all the time. And they have blacks in the Philippines, you know. So I guess that's why they hit me kind of tough with the Filipinos, you know. And then also because the Filipinos been running a scam cloning blacks in the Philippines. Which I think is stupid. But they coordinated with Cambodia to do that. I mean, that's like a double Asian clone. Like somebody that's Cambodian that gets cloned to be Filipino. It's like a double Asian clone. But they're not Asian, they're blacks. They just got a bunch of primates from Africa and from Asia and cloned them to be people and then sent them to the Philippines to be cloned into Filipino type people, like mixed or black or maybe white every now and then. The Cambodians and Filipinos do that. Cambodians are Chinese. They're supposed to look Chinese. That's basically what they are. Like Taiwan, Cambodia is like similar, right? Chinese people, they got put the hell out. Now, if you see that the Cambodians and the Taiwanese are Chinese people that got booted out of there for religious reasons, philosophical reasons, or just whatever. Why do they look black? Why do they look white? Why do they look mixed? Why do they look something other than traditional Chinese? And it's because they cloned and decided that they wanted to take over the world like that. The Philippines jumped on board. You'll understand this though. You'll also see that that the Philippines also went through the same thing as Cambodia. It's like Cambodia, Taiwan, and the Philippines all went through the same shit of getting booted out of China for whatever reason. They end up in Cambodia, Taiwan, Philippines. Filipinos went through Taiwan into the Philippines. Cambodians just went straight into Cambodia out of China. These are two mass human migration groups that got put out of China. And so they linked up and created all these fake ass clone people. Excuse me. And those clone people have become a serious problem. They're basically remnants of the human migrations into Cambodia, Taiwan, and the Philippines. Remnants of those human migrations, which I think are related to the 12 tribes and the Hebrews. So basically they're Jews. They're Jews that look Asian. Jews of the Asian persuasion, meaning the Asians cloned them, and that they descend out of Asia, China, Chinese Jews. Basically, is what they are, Hebrews. The ones that went in Taiwan and Philippines, for sure. The ones that went in Cambodia, they might be kind of Muslim or Christian. They're like the religious outcasts of China that got put out. Well, the Cambodians say they're Christian. They don't act Christian at all. They act more Muslim. But if they say they're Christian, that's fine. Whatever religion they observe, they got put out of China for it. That was their revenge, is to pick up a bunch of primates, sharks, and different species to clone into people that they could send our direction and run scams on us with these people. And I'm like, well, that's why the Chinese put you out. Even though they are mostly Buddhists and Taoists, Confucianists, or whatever, Jainists, all that type of stuff, Confucianism and stuff. They put you out because they knew you was going to run scams on people. So they got put out of China, end up in these other countries, cloning and running scams. And so that's what happened to me. I got basically just, I don't know, got linked up with these damn people. It took me several years to figure out what they really was. They're just outcasts of the Chinese diaspora. And they'll tell you that too. They tell you that over and over again. I'm Chinese. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you is. You look stupid. Like you say, I'm Chinese. Like, do you make Chinese food? I mean, 'cause that's all you really can offer me. They just keep telling you that they Chinese. Do you have any Chinese food? Chinese candies or anything of that nature? If you don't, then I don't want to hear the rest of your story. Then they start saying they Filipino. I'm like, you said you were fucking Chinese, now you Filipino? Well, I'm a Filipino Chinese person. Everybody's Filipino Chinese person. Shut up. Then they start that, I look Korean, I'm Korean. Hey, can you shut the fuck up? I don't want to hear anymore. They go from Chinese to Filipino to Korean and blah, 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 and then they're mixed. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I asked these bitches one time what their ethnicity was, and they wanted to start a fucking fight. Then they go from Chinese to Filipino to Korean and this and another. They stupid. They wandering around. Something is wrong with their ass. The telltale sign is, who do they be around? What foods do they eat? We found that out yesterday. What foods do they eat? What currency do they use? Have they traveled to these countries they claim they are a part of? What ethnicity is a family group? You need to look and delve into the situation with an investigative sense. If you say you Chinese, do you eat the food? You use currency? You travel there? Your family is of that ethnic group? You actually live that life? Filipino, same thing. Korean, same thing. Let me see what type of Filipino you really are. Korean, Chinese, whatever. You need to really do some soul searching and observe if these people are telling the truth or not. Because a lot of times they're Cambodian clone people that got booted out and sent our direction to run scams. The Philippines helped clone them so they look like light-skinned people. But originally, they started off in Cambodia as dark-skinned people. So you need to watch what's going on with these people. You need to really investigate them and see if they're lying and what they really are. And I even asked the civil rights people to get involved in this because so many black people are going to get victimized by this and have been already. So the Nigerians and Puerto Ricans also did something like that. Nigeria, Tanzania, and Puerto Rico also did that. Somalia and Italy also did that. Actually, let me say East Africa. East Africa, Italy, and the Indo-Pac subcontinent also ran a scam like that. The East Africans cloned over into Italians, and Indo-Pac people ran a lot of scams. The Nigerian and Tanzanian people cloned over into Puerto Ricans. Ran a lot of scams through Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, I think. Haitians are West Indian. They're considered native 12 tribe people. But them Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, they basically act the same. I just had experiences with them in New York. They act the same. They look the same. And I think they're from Nigeria and Tanzania. They've been cloned over. Cubans, I don't know where they came from. They the same thing, but they don't run scams on people that much. They don't bother them. It's the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans that do that. But I guess all three groups are about the same. Puerto Rico, Cuba, and Dominican Republic, pretty much all the same. But you'll see Cuba is just a lot different. They functioning. They don't bother people that much most of the time, not all the time. Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic are a constant problem. Running a lot of scams and doing a lot of bad stuff. So they are another group that did that. They clone themselves from being dark people to being light people, and they run scams, steal a lot of money. Very wealthy, well-to-do people, they go from being broke to being bougie type of stuff because they done cloned over to being a light complected person. So you've got to watch these migrations of people that have done that over time in different parts of the world and be able to identify them. Be able to identify them. The Jews also did that in general. The Jews, started off as Israelites in East Africa and the Middle East and cloned over to look like these modern day white Jews. So you've got to keep a close guard against them as well. So, you can identify at least 5 groups of people that cloned over from being dark people to being light people so they could just get over on the world. And just be careful with them people. Be safe. Be smart. And don't mess with them. If you're not part of their little groupie group, don't mess with them. Let them stay with their own kind. Because they going to scam you and take you in a hell mess like this that I'm in. Just steer clear. And they love working with the po-po. That's their best friends. They'll get the police, the judges, the DA, and everybody on their side. Because you the dark one and they the light one. Or they might be just a tad bit lighter than you. Or they might just got a more powerful force of people they work with. So you gotta be really, really cautious with them people and steer clear of them. You know. So as time wears on, we'll get more information about them. We'll be able to identify them and know how to deal with them. Like I said, stay away from them. We'll learn how to deal with them. So that is all for now, and just hoping I can find a way up out of here. Of course, I'm gonna change my look today and trying to get over this nightmare pneumonia type shit they gave me because I went to the fucking wrong side of town. Ooh, it's been bad. In the end of June. Why I have pneumonia in June? Note to the public, I wanted to tell you that the malt milk is like regular milk, and it does taste the same texture, same consistency, and it is vegan. I think it's vegan, all it's certified non-GMO, organic and all that, and it tastes the same. So you could use it like with the same foods, like with cereals and regular stuff. So I like the malt. The malt is actually working out for me. I got it a few times in California and New York. I didn't really pay it that much attention. I got it out here and I realized this is like regular milk too. It doesn't have no flavor. You know how regular milk don't really have no flavor. So yeah, y'all try that out, see how it goes. The container might not be that big. It depends on what they have available. You can order on Amazon, which I don't like Amazon anymore. However, you can order on Amazon or one of the shopping order delivery website where they deliver it to you. And that way you can find the correct size that you want to order. And it's non-dairy. I think it's vegan, almond, oat, and stuff like that. So try it out. I want everybody to try the malt and see what you think compared to the other non-dairy milks. See how it weighs out when you eat it with cereal, especially, and stuff like that. Make ice cream with it. Different kind of recipes that you need that type of ingredient. Malt shakes. Yay, malt shakes. Malt shake, malt shakes, malt shake, malt. Anyway, you can make different stuff like that. Smoothies for sure. Like I would definitely try some smoothies to see how that goes. Smoothies are pretty easy to make, and the fraps are easy to make. I was watching her make it the other day, yesterday. I was like, oh, they just put water. They just put ice and milk in a damn blender. I don't know what they add, but I seen that. She made this lady another Frappuccino because I guess the lady didn't like it. And she just put ice and milk in that big blender thing. And then they add stuff to it. It's not a smoothie, it's a Frappuccino. But it starts off the same way as a smoothie, with ice and milk. I don't know what the fuck they add to it. Starbucks has the rights to that. I'm trying to observe. I'm thinking you can make them at home, but you need to find something online to give you the ingredients because I can't see them. I've already paid Starbucks on them, but you should go to Starbucks and get them because I don't know, you just should. Because they have pretty cups. I know you want those cups. I need those Starbucks cups. So just go there and get them. All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm not going to the beach anymore because they tried to kill me last time. I'm just going to have to sit here and chill. I did try. I tried to hit every beach in this town, honey. I did put my best foot forward. As long as I tried, then I don't feel bad. On to the next destination whenever I can get out of this hellhole. Oh, y'all make sure y'all understand what's going on with the bank linking of accounts. That's starting to taper off. So using checks and linking accounts is tapering off again. So we have to use the bank wire forms, which is cool because that's what I tried to use when I got here, and they shut me down. They gave the room to Green Eyes, stupid retarded ass, Miss Cat, and they gave her the room because I used a bank wire form, and the bank processed the shit and gave the shit to her. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to transpire of that. And bank wire forms, we'll see what happens. So y'all be good, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace, love you. Aloha spirit, remember that. Don't do that Kona spirit crap. Bye.